Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. Please go ahead and subscribe. And if you are watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that notification bell. And maybe YouTube will let you know whenever a new episode is uploaded. Now, I am no Tristan Thompson apologist, and I'm not even a Khloe Kardashian supporter. But this story definitely got my blood boiling because the entitlement of it all, it is really amazing to me how some of these entitled baby mamas who were extremely irresponsible, because listen, Tristan Thompson, again, I'm no apologist for him, but any woman who sleeps around with someone like him, and I'm sorry, you have to know this guy's history, at least some of it. And I don't want to hear anything about she didn't know about Khloe Kardashian. She did. But again, Khloe is reaping what she sowed as well, because she got with Tristan Thompson when she knew he was with somebody else too. But anyway, getting back on the subject at hand, how some of these entitled baby mamas who are the ones that are responsible for their own snatch, their own womb, whether they're going to have a baby or not. Yes, it takes two to make one and create one, but you are ultimately going to be the one to give birth to it, and to have to go and run after somebody to get child support is ridiculous. But this woman is insane. She may get close to what she's asking for, but it just really is baffling to me why we still have court systems like this that will allow a woman who was never in a relationship with the person. Let's even throw out the marriage. Maybe they were never married, but you were not even in a relationship with the person. You were just sleeping around with them, maybe once, maybe twice, maybe a few more times, but there was never any type of commitment. And for you to expect to get almost $50,000 a month for child support, and you don't even work yourself. Why do you? Because let's face it, they're not putting the money up in a trust fund. They're not doing the things that really the money should be for, which should be for the child. But a lot of times we know that that is not the case. And yes, the courts are going to say, well, the child can't take care of itself. It is the parent's responsibility to do that. But they don't even put any checks or systems in place to make sure that the money is being used responsibly. So do you really care about the best interest of the child? But anyway, this story is about Maralee Nichols and the fact that she believes she deserves $47,424 per month in child support. And I'm going to get into this story because it's not even just the fact that she's asking that amount of money. It's the specifics of it that's just like the entitlement of it all. So this story comes from the Jasmine brand, and it says, according to reports, Maralee Nichols, 31, filed court documents in Los Angeles on March 4th, requesting that Tristan Thompson, 31, be made to pay $47,424 a month in child support for their 3-month-old son, Theo. The documents state, with regard to child support, using Tristan's income of $9.7 million alone, and Maralee's income of, drumroll, $0. Maralee at this time requests guideline monthly child support of $47,424. The filing estimates the NBA player's monthly income to be at least $810,075. So some people may say, well, look, he's making a lot of money each month, so it's just a small portion of what he is making. But does it cost that much to raise a child? And you never lived in that lifestyle. It's not like she was married to this man, or even they were living together and she was used to this lifestyle and she's become accustomed to it. So she wants the same for her baby, and she can't work because she has a 3-month-old, where, the regular chick who is working, holding down 1 or 2 jobs. Sometimes they may not even have a car. They have to catch the bus. They're Ubering it to work. They're working at Walmart. They're working at Target. They're working at Wendy's. They're working in an office, even in a bank. But they're not getting that type of money for child support. It is absolutely insane. Maralee Nichols is also requesting that Tristan Thompson be ordered to pay her attorney fees, which reportedly exceed $1 million. Why did she need an attorney that cost her that much money? Now, the last I heard, I never was involved in the system, so I don't know a whole lot about it, thank God. But the last I heard, when you want to get child support, you go down to the DSS office or whatever the initials are for the state that you live in. You are seeking assistance. You say that the child's father is this. They will serve that person. He will have to submit to a DNA or paternity test. And if they're found to be the father, then that county, that state, whatever, they're going to handle the child support. She didn't need an attorney that cost $1 million. Again, the entitlement of it all. So according to the fitness influencer, her monthly expenses are $22,263, and she and her baby are living at a far depressed standard of living than Tristan. You were never married to him, period. And if you're unemployed, why are your monthly expenses $22,263? It sounds like you need to downgrade. She also claims that before giving birth, she spent more than $2,000 per month dining out and expects these expenses will resume once Theo gets older and COVID-19 restrictions are lifted. So this heifer, she's got the audacity to say that she was used to spending more than $2,000 per month just dining out, not including her other expenses. But how can you have that standard of living and you make $0? Huh? And what kind of influencer are you? Oh my God. And don't even get me started on the influencer title because I can't stand it. I'll probably do a podcast about that subject. But she adds, I have made a tremendous effort to reduce my spending. Previously, my average month's expenses for clothing were in excess of $5,000 a month. Why do you need to spend that much money per month on clothing? Who even really needs? Let's get to the basics. And I don't know why the courts don't do this because again, like I said, she's probably going to get this or close to it. They're probably going to grant it to her. But if we're talking about basics, what the child really needs, and the fact that she was never married to Tristan Thompson, why does your baby need to be in this exclusive daycare facility? Why does the baby need to be in daycare if you don't work? You can take care of your own child, right? Because the child is not of school age. Okay, and when the child gets of school age, maybe you will put it in private school. Okay, let him pay the tuition. Why do you have to get that money directly? I just never understood the way the courts work. I am not against women getting child support. So anyone who's listening to this and thinks that I am somebody who I think they call women who are on the side of men no matter what, pick-me's, far from it. I am blessed, grateful, thankful. I've been married to the same man for over 20 something years. I'm not planning on going anywhere. He isn't. I've not had to deal with that system. But when I hear stories like this, it just always made me wonder. So I'm not against child support, but I am not for excessive awards when, okay, the time goes by fast. The days, they may drag on, but the years really do fly by. And you get women like this who become entitled, who feel that, well, this is a gravy train, it's never going to stop. And then before you know it, the child is 18, out of your home, and then the child support stops. And they didn't save anything up. They're probably still renting the house that they were in. They didn't buy any property. Like the entitlement, in my opinion, this is my opinion, this type of entitlement is just another flip side of the coin of the entitlements of programs like welfare and food stamps and things like that. Again, systems that were put in place that were supposed to be helping those who truly are in need. But when you have people who are living forever off of the system till it becomes a generational thing, grandmama was in public housing or Section 8 assistance living. Then mama was on the system. Then baby girl was on the system. And you're all just like continuously perpetuating living off of that system till it becomes an entitlement. They're not trying to pull themselves up and out of it, where you don't have to be in a position where I can only live where they say I can live because this place is the only place, or these are my only options because these are the only places that accept the Section 8 voucher, or these are the only foods that I can get because I have food stamps and I can't buy whatever I want, or just those different types of things. So again, I'm not knocking those systems. I'm not knocking those in programs. I'm not knocking the child support, because I know that it is necessary. And I know that it was put in place because you do have and did have a lot of men who were running from their responsibilities. But let's be honest, because I had a grandmother who had 9 children with her husband, and he left after they had, all of these kids. She didn't get any assistance from the government. She worked her ass off, and she couldn't even get child support out of him. And if she did, it wasn't going to be that much. So when you hear the stories about the child support system, it was usually people getting the bare minimum. So now that you have people like these athletes and celebrities, actors and whatever, who are making a whole lot more money, yes, they should be paying more, but they also should take into account how much does it really cost to raise this child. When you have people who are living in abject poverty versus this person who is demanding $47,000 a month in child support because she spends at least $2,000 a month dining out and $5,000 a month on clothing for herself, not for the child. Even for her child, that would be ridiculous. But why do you have to buy new clothes every month? Is that actually a need? Do you have to dine out every month? Is that actually a need? And I don't think that it is. No, I know that it's not. So again, I am not here caping for Tristan Thompson. I am not a fan of his. I am not an apologist of his. And I'm definitely not a fan of Khloe Kardashian either. Khloe really doesn't have anything to do with this. She just happens to have a child with this man and was stupid enough to keep taking him back over and over again. And she probably will in the future. Because I do believe she wants to have another child. And I do believe, like her sisters, she doesn't want to have children with anyone else but the same person. They can be hoes, they can sleep with the black men and all of those different things. But unlike a lot of black women, they don't want to live that type of life where they're having multiple children with different men. They don't. So the story continues that she says, in addition to that, Maralee Nichols alleges that she's currently living in an apartment with a roommate, and her famous baby daddy has not paid her any money yet, but leads a lavish celebrity lifestyle. The court documents also mention how much money in child support Tristan Thompson is allegedly giving his first baby mother, Jordan Craig, 30, and claim the socialite is reportedly receiving at least $40,000 a month in child support from Tristan, and leads a similarly high lifestyle, including living in a $3 million mansion in Los Angeles, driving multiple luxury vehicles, taking extravagant vacations, and dressing her son in designer clothes at a young age. Now, correct me if I am wrong, because to me, it sounds like she's trying to put herself in the position of this Jordan Craig person, Tristan's other child's mother, but Jordan Craig was in a relationship with Tristan. So I don't even believe for him, it's so much that he is forced to pay that much money for this child, because he was a dirtbag that cheated on her with Khloe. And so that's kind of his way of apologizing to her. It's not so much he's being forced to do that for her. They were in a relationship. Tristan was never in a relationship with Maralee, and she knows it. She was doing the Snapchats and, meet me up at this hotel. And you were just sleeping with him. Yeah, you had a baby. And so you have this connection with him for at least 18 years. So I just don't understand what makes her feel that she is deserving of not just the same amount of money that Jordan Craig is receiving for support, but more. She's actually requesting more. So for me, it's the entitlement of it all. I don't know what that's about. You can let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section. But this woman, and I'm being very, very kind and polite when I say this woman, she is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm so over seeing her. Every image of her is her back and fake butt facing the camera with her neck turned so that her face can see the camera as well. I'm so over it. I'm just over it.
Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.